The following is an official lore video of the Dark Diaspora Universe, a journey in world-building project.
Life in the diaspora is defined by a ceaseless battle between the grinding terrors of a malevolent universe and the sheer will of an unrelenting people to survive. So when the horrors that plague the residents of the diaspora become too much to bear, many seek to buttress their souls with a fervent devotion to something greater, the faith of the Tarvan Covenant. Born from the broken and burning moon of the galactic southeast of Old Sol, the landscape of this barren rocky world is dominated by steep cliffs of gray and black slate, ripped apart by deep ravines and crevices of magma and fire. Dense choking plumes of smoke fill the air, combining with the ominous specter of Tarvan's gas giant, called a herald, to cast the moon in a constant twilight. Here, along the edges of the ravines, do the deacons and novices of the Covenant meditate and pray for the sins of humanity, that we may be excused for blighting the universe with our unclean presence, and forgiven for the original sin of the destruction of our homeworld. Yet, all in the Covenant know that to save humanity and the souls of the people, the devout must cast themselves out into the stars and spread the word of the one true religion. Fleets of ships travel to and from Tarvan from across the diaspora each day, bringing pilgrims and converts, voluntary or forced, to the broken moon, while transporting the proselytizing novices and newly stationed deacons into the black void. With most settlements isolated and alone, the guarded suspicion that initially meets the appearance of the dull gray cloaks of the Covenant novices more often than not gives way to a wailing acceptance of the people of their sins and a newfound hope for tomorrow. Here, the novices take their central place in the local community, shepherding the people away from sin and the mistakes and fortifying their souls for a price against the hardship of existence. Yet, not all are honorable in their intent and actions. Corruption among the Covenant is widespread, and writs of universal indulgence and backroom deals with local power brokers are common. Similarly, not all settlements are welcoming of the Covenant's faith, casting aside the one true religion in favor of local cults and holy men, or for a meaningless existence free of the glory of spirituality. In the face of such corruption and rejection, there are those of the Covenant who walk a different path. Those deacons and novices whose souls burn red from the fires of righteous fervor recognize that mortal notions of choice and free will are simply tools of malevolent forces seeking to hasten the fall of humanity. And so when the crimson and silver ships of the Covenant's red order descend from the skies above a wayward settlement, it is not to shepherd the misguided residents back to the truth. Instead, the Covenant wields the great weapons that are fear, pain, and torture to break the bodies of the apostates so that their minds and souls may be freed. And for the unlucky few that survive this righteous onslaught, they meet their inevitable end, light years away on Tarvan, sacrificed as a martyr to the cause. Every day, the endless winds of the moon carry an echoing cacophony of muffled screams as those sacrificed are cast from atop cliff's edge. As they fall to their doom, the assembled Covenant devotees chant and sing songs of prayer that this sacrifice may prove acceptable, and that the wretched soul finds a semblance of peace in the moments before they succumb to the cleansing power of immolating fire.
Hey!